Well, hello and welcome to a new week. So this weekend I'm heading down to the bus and we're going to see if we can get the bus running. There's a couple of problems that I think I can resolve. But first I have to make a couple of stops and then I'm going to head down there. My stove is out of fuel again, so I need to go see if I can track down some fuel. Last I checked, there was a Walmart on the way down that happened to have it. Hopefully they still are in stock. I'll check that before I leave. And also I have some important food packages waiting for me down in Seattle. I need to get my mail anyways. I just have a couple of things. I found out last night that the insurance for my bus dropped by about a quarter, dropped to about a quarter of what it was. So that's really good news. I should be charged for that on Friday. Apparently, just the way they wrote up the policy originally was more to cover themselves in case they had to write it up as a commercial policy, and it wasn't. And also the bus is not being stored in Seattle, so that also helps my rates quite a lot. And it all adds up to I'm going to be paying very little for insurance for the bus. I'll probably end up having to pay about $50 more on Friday, and that's it for the next year, which is awesome. But anyways, I'm going to try to coerce the last little bit of butane out of my butane gas canister stove here, and then I'm going to get on the road. Back down here at the bus, I hooked up the power again and we'll see if we can figure out what's going on with the glow plug relay. Despite what I had heard, the glow plug relay is not actually in this engine compartment, it's inside the bus. So we got it started and it was kind of running on a couple of cylinders. I think that was even half a bank. So it could be this bus has been sitting for a few weeks, and I know with diesel sometimes the fuel just doesn't quite cycle through yet, so give it another shot here. Yeah, so that seemed to be just a minor fueling issue, probably just because it's been sitting for a while, it's not primed and everything. So I ended up having to use a little bit of ether, but got it running and it's sounding great now. But the check engine light's on, and I think that actually has to do with the glow plug relay, so I'm going to go investigate that right now. So it's kind of interesting. I don't think there's got to be something wrong with the wiring or something. It's not reading the codes for the check engine light properly. It did last time I was running the engine, and this time it is showing that there's like 124 different codes, but none of them make any sense. It's just random stuff. And I think that has to do with, it's got to be wiring or something. I can't think of any other explanation. So this might be one of those things that I have to take back to the dealer and have them reset it to stock. I don't really know any other good solution. So I don't really have enough money to do that this week, but I will next week for sure. So it'll probably just be another week, and then I can take the bus in. I can't really diagnose anything the way it is right now. Give it one more shot and we'll see. I did find on the app that I was using a random emissions test result with all these various things that failed, but again, it doesn't really give me any actual information. Well, in other news, apparently the state park that I had been planning on spending the night at had a giant windstorm last night and knocked all the trees down, and apparently it's not safe there. So that reservation was canceled, and so now I'm gonna have to find somewhere new to stay. It shouldn't be too big of a deal, but the problem is that campground is the closest campground to the bus here. So I have to decide what I'm gonna do. So apparently not being able to read the codes off of my Power Stroke with my scanner isn't that uncommon. It could be a wiring problem. That's a fairly common thing. It could also be my reader just can't read those codes, although it seems like it should. But whatever. There's some people saying that you need proprietary software because it's not fully OBD2 compliant. I don't know if that's true or not. So the problem is exactly what to do now. In the next 3 weeks, I'm likely to be working 6-day weeks again, just because I'm a delivery driver and it's the holidays. And I signed up for 6-day weeks so I could actually have money again. But we'll see. I don't know. I have to kind of assume I'm working 6-day weeks. Usually they're really good about telling us ahead of time exactly what days we're working, but for whatever reason, this time they're not. So I still don't know when I'm working next week. I mean, I'm working my regular hours, but if there's anything in addition to that, I don't know about it. But that leaves me only 1 day to get down here and try to get the bus fixed per week, basically. So I don't know. So I've decided to just kind of give up for now. There's really nothing I can do here until I get the bus serviced. So I'll probably take it in to the dealer as soon as I know what my schedule is. I was planning on taking it to mechanic, but the thing is I have to get it done fairly quickly because I need transportation somehow. So it might be a little bit cheaper taking it to a mechanic, but the problem is just the logistics of doing that is pretty much impossible for me right now. I'm thinking I'm gonna head out to Hood Canal. It's not too far from here either. It's a little bit further than the Potlatch State Park that I was planning on staying at, but it should be a nice place to stay. The problem is it's 1:20 now and the sun's probably gonna go down in about 2 hours, probably less because it's on the east side of the Olympic Mountains. So stop by an ATM really quick, get some cash, and then I'll head over there. Well, that's about it for me here, folks. I don't really have a whole lot else I can do today. The sun has already set at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, just because of the mountain there. It'll still be light for another half hour to an hour, but it's cold here, and I need to eat and get my stove running before it gets really cold out. And then tomorrow I'll head out again. So thank you for watching. I saw that I have my entire 10 subscribers now, so that's very exciting. Thank you all for subscribing. I look forward to seeing 20.